bushcrafters, survivalists, preppers, whatever you want to call yourself, put yourself up. I have a major question for you, and this is something that you need to look at and look into your heart, look into yourself in the mirror, look at your family, and you decide if you can do this. Because this is the worst case scenario that I can come up with, okay, for everybody. You're on foot. That's right, no vehicles, no nothing. You're on foot. You've got to carry out what you've got. There's no wagons, there's no bicycles, there's no cars, trucks, nothing. Okay, you're going over rough ground, climbing over concrete, moving your way, going through the brush and the woods and everything else. And trust me, you're not going to have a wheeled vehicle with you. It's not going to happen. All right, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a little red wagon. You're not going to drag it with you. Okay. Now, worst case scenario, you're carrying whatever you've got. I don't care what your supplies are, what you have, or whatever else. But all this canning and prepping and buying all this fancy stuff and having the super stoves and having all the bushcraft gear and all the survivalist guns. I mean, you could have 20 guns, but you're not going to carry them all. Okay? You got all this stuff, and you've got to carry it on your back. Can you do it? Could you survive? Would you want to survive? You don't have to answer me these questions. You don't have to type down below and say, yeah, I do this and I carry that. You have to look yourself in the mirror. You have to look at the faces of your kids. This is all I want you to do. I want you to think about this. Because, I got food preps put aside. I've got stuff put up. I've got things put back. We've got a fallback location and everything else. What if it's all gone? And it could happen. The tornado could come through and wipe us out. The flood, the hurricane, I don't know, continental shift. I mean, there's so many different things. The meteorite hits, whatever. Whatever. The worst case scenario. You're on the road and you're on your foot, you're on foot and you're going with what you can carry. And trust me, that movie The Road, okay, where they push the cart and all that good stuff, you're not going to be walking down major thoroughfares. All right? Not going to happen. You're not going to be walking up and down the highways and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, when it comes down to this, you have to look yourself in the mirror. Okay? Are you physically able to do it? Are you mentally able to do it? Can you make bread? That's a big thing for me, bread. I mean, bread is a staple all over the world. That's it, a major staple. They make bread every day, and a lot of times that's all people eat, bread. It may have different things in it, but it's bread. Can you make bread without flour? I mean, you're not going to carry 500 pounds of flour with you. Are you going to be able to make bread out of what you find? Do you know how? Can you do that? Can you clean water? Can you get stuff to drink? Can you take care of your daily needs, no matter what they are? Can you make a shelter? Do you have a shelter? How long do you think your shelter is going to last exposed to the elements? I mean, seriously, we go out on weekends, we go out for a week, we go out for a month, we do other things like that. How long is that shelter and everything going to be stuck together? What shape's it going to be in after like 2 months in the wilderness? Things you need to think about. What kind of shape are you going to be in? Alright, now, I realize that, there will be buildings we can go into and things like that and stuff we can get. Obviously, there's going to be clothing left around. Even if you're taking it off, there's still going to be clothing left around. There's going to be other things that you're going to be able to get to. Alright? So, my question is, if you lose all your stuff, okay, will you be able to make it? I want you to look yourself in the mirror and answer that question. And then tell me, after you do that, are you a prepper? Are you a survivalist? Are you a bushcrafter? Because I think all those things roll in together if you really do it properly. I don't think the person sitting around just prepping up a bunch of food is going to be any good, because their food's going to run out eventually, or they could lose it all. I don't think the guy who's got a retreat and got 50 guns is going to be any good, because what if he got flooded out? What if a tornado hit and took everything away? I don't think the bushcrafter is going to do any good. What if the bear comes in and tears camp apart while you're out getting honey? You need to come up with these worst case scenarios, basically naked into the bush. Can you make it? Do you have the knowledge to do it? Do you have the drive to do it? And that can be a big part, the drive to do it. Something I want you to think about.